ladies and gentlemen, once again, as always, the one, the only, the motherfucking General, Miguel Magallon! And as always, President, Founder, CEO of Magallon Entertainment! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the podcast evening. Welcome back to the motherfucking podcast this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we celebrate the end of an era, the end of the season, the final finale. This podcast will be pausing at the end of this week for 2023 until after summer of 2023. I will be going on vacation. I've been saying it time and time again, night and night again, week after week after week, and I want to make sure you guys are prepared for this, because you will not be receiving a podcast from the General. You will not be hearing from the General for the rest of summer 2023. That is, of course, unless you're a maxed out VIP subscriber. Stand the fuck up right now. All maxed out VIP subscribers, you will be receiving exclusive content this summer. All maxed out VIP subscribers, you will have access to secret live streams this summer. All maxed out VIP subscribers across the country and around the world, each and every one of you will be receiving executive orders this summer. But for the rest of you bitches, I'll see you in fall of 2023. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, tonight I wanted to take one more opportunity, give you guys some of my final predictions, not only in terms of what's going to be happening in the economy here soon, but what's going to be happening in the stock market shortly, what's going to be happening in the real estate market, the housing market, the Bitcoin market, the altcoin market, and every motherfucking market, all asset classes across the world and on the New York Stock Exchange. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you already know when the General is about to teach you, when the General is about to educate you, and when the General is about to drop some knowledge on you. Ladies and gentlemen, get the pen in the pads, get the pen in the pads, get the pens and the motherfucking pads, and drop the beat one more motherfucking time! That's how you motherfucking start a podcast. That's a motherfucking intro for you bitches. That's how you start off an investing lecture. Telling you guys, nobody brings the energy to this shit like I do. I really don't think so. Just my opinion. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this. I'm gonna start with the economy. I'm go into the stock market. After that, I'll probably go into either real estate or Bitcoin. I'm gonna touch on altcoins and probably penny stocks towards the end of this podcast tonight. And then I'm probably going to wrap it up on what I'm doing in my personal portfolio as far as this summer is concerned. And I'm going to give you kind of some vague info because, again, the only people who have access to that information is my clients and all my maxed out VIP subscribers. Stand the fuck up. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna take this shit apart and I'm gonna give you guys all the information you need. I'm gonna give you guys all the knowledge. I'm gonna give you guys all the perspective, and I'm gonna give it to you guys like I always do, brick by brick, piece by piece, layer by layer. Let's get into this shit. So first off, I'll start with the broader economy. The broader economy, and I'm gonna be honest here, just being really honest. I thought we would have witnessed more pain, specifically among the upper middle class and the rich people in spring of 2023. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is, so far this year, January, February, March, April, and May, right? And we're getting close to the end of the month now. A lot of people out here celebrating Memorial Day weekend. It's like the biggest travel fucking weekend in the last 5 years. You got to be kidding me. I know Jay Powell and the Fed ain't too happy about this shit, but every time I look at the news, all the airports, all the airport agencies, the airlines, the cruise lines, the fucking everyone, hotels, resorts, casinos, restaurants, strip clubs, fucking Uber, Lyft, everybody. They're basically saying, everybody trying to go out this weekend. Man, I am telling you, Memorial Day weekend, this shit is fucking active out here. I mean, people are fucking traveling. People are enjoying their vacation. People are out here having fun. And you know how it is. It's my life and I want to live it now. Everyone's celebrating Memorial Day weekend. Even though no one's actually, paying service and, thanking to the people, who serve this country like me, or the people who died for this country so we can enjoy the benefits of it. No big deal, right? You know what I mean? What do I always say? Jesus died on the cross for all of us, and some of you bitches still won't accept him into your life. I mean, it's just the way the world is. You know what I mean? It's like we have a entire month for Black History and nobody actually learns anything. They just, you just watch a movie about Dr. King, or, you watch some fucking stupid ass, award ceremony on BET and we call it even. Like, we don't really celebrate the holidays the way they were intended to. You know what I mean? Like Easter. It has nothing to do with fucking eggs and rabbits. It has to do with Jesus, but no one actually, very few people actually teach their kids about Jesus on Easter. We just give them some fucking chocolate eggs and tell them to go fuck off and shit. Same thing. Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, like all these holidays, and no one really actually celebrates them the way they were, supposed to. So anyways, I know that's neither here nor there. Just wanted to throw my 2 cents out there. But going back to this travel, yeah, we've been paying attention to a lot of these media outlets and a lot of these notes and listening to a lot of CEOs from these businesses who are impacted by travel. Again, the airline companies, casinos, Uber, Lyft, restaurants, strip clubs, fucking hotels, resorts, casinos, like all that shit, And basically across the board, Airbnb, that's another one. Across the board, they're basically saying demand is massive. They're saying the fucking customer is booming. They're talking about spending is fucking everywhere. They're saying people are thriving in this economy. They're talking about people fucking spending money here, spending money there, going over here, going over there. And I'm over here like, damn, motherfuckers are spending like that. Damn, people really got it like that. Damn, motherfuckers got feria to the motherfucking ceiling. No mames, really? Then how come everyone's fucking backed up on credit card debt? How come everyone's delinquent on their fucking credit cards? How come there's all this data talking about repossessions are at a 20-year high because people can't afford their car payments anymore? How come I keep reading that evictions are starting to skyrocket again? How come there's all this information about, small businesses basically closing down left and right, How do I see all this information that people aren't paying their loans on time? People aren't paying credit cards on time. People are having to steal food at the grocery store. Because, by the way, if I see one more ratchet-ass motherfucker stealing food from Walmart, I'm about to lose my shit because I get mad every time me and my wife, we go to the store and we pay for shit like we're supposed to. The motherfuckers just say, nah, fuck the bullshit. And they just take their car and just speed off into the parking lot. And then the security don't even do nothing. They're like, ma'am, please don't steal that food. Please pay for it, ma'am. And they just take off because they can't really do anything, right? Because, then you get fired. A lot of these companies, like, it's funny, like, everyone's bitching, like, oh my God, there's so much theft going on. Oh my gosh, people are, like, stealing from all the stores. Oh my gosh, there's all this crime going on. But, like, you can't really blame the businesses because a lot of times, like, if they intervene or they try to do something, you know what I mean? They could be the ones end up getting arrested. They can be the ones end up getting shot or fucking shanked to death. They can be the ones that end up getting fired for trying to fucking, stop their merchandise for being stolen. You know what I mean? Like, some of these companies will actually fire their employees if they try to, like, intervene or get in the way of a fucking, robbery or a theft. So, it's crazy. It's like, like what are people supposed to do? Because if you try to do something when people are trying to steal from the store, you're really putting your life on the line because you don't know what that guy has. You don't know if they're strapped with something. You don't know if they're going to pull out a shank. You don't know if they got a gat. You don't know. You know what I mean? You don't know how hard they can hit. These motherfuckers will, like, smack you in the head and, you get hit the wrong way and they hit you on the side of the temple. You might get it, you're going to be in concussion protocol. Like, your ass might be out for a minute. You don't know if these dudes got hands or not. So, you know what I mean? So I feel for a lot of these, like, employees who are kind of just stuck there and they can't really do nothing because if they try to, intervene, they're putting themselves in danger for a company that doesn't even give a fuck about them. Let's just be honest. Your company don't care about you. Your supervisor doesn't give a shit about you. You know what I mean? So you're putting your safety, your fucking future on the line for what? Because he's trying to steal fucking $20, $200, $300 worth of goods. Who cares? It's all covered by the insurance company anyway, so why are you going to try to jump in on this shit? Why would you put yourself on the front lines of this shit? And then on top of that, not only are you putting yourself in danger, but the company can turn around and fire you for basically escalating the situation. It's like, what the fuck? I was looking out for your bitch ass, and you going to fire me on my day off? Nah, no chingus way. I'm not. Next time that shit happens, I'm just going to let it go. Shit, I might fuck around and help them. I'll walk out the store with them. Fucking bullshit ass companies, America. They be shiesty like that. These companies will literally fire their employees if they try to stop someone from stealing shit. You know what I mean? Like, they'll really do that. I'm telling you, not all these companies are the same. Not all of them have the same policies and protocols in place. You know what I mean? So, I'm telling you, it's some shit going on in America. So, yeah, that's what kind of like throws me off and, a lot of like economists off because we're looking at all these reports and we're listening to the CEOs of their companies. And again, I live in Vegas, so I see it and I'm telling you, they ain't lying. Motherfuckers are going out. Motherfuckers are having a good weekend. Motherfuckers are spending money out here in all the casinos, maxed out. Restaurants are packed. Strip clubs fucking super packed. You know what I mean? Like they never seen some real ass and titties in their life. Uber, Lyft, fucking, all these companies, Airbnb, talking about businesses picking up again. And, I live near an Airbnb. Like in my cul-de-sac that I live in, there's a house that, is basically an Airbnb. And there were some months where there really wasn't a lot of business. And now all of a sudden I'm starting to see people going to the house in and out again. People are reserving that house on my street for Airbnb. You know what I mean? Because I only live like 15, 20 minutes from the strip. So like, yeah, that's a good Airbnb. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a straight shot to the to the Vegas Boulevard. So, Las Vegas Boulevard. So I kind of see it from that, sense as well, right? And so when the CEO of Airbnb, the CEO of all these airlines, the CEO of Uber, the CEO of Lyft, the CEO of the casinos, I was listening to the CEO of the MGM last night. I was listening to the CEO of the MGM last night. He was giving a 5-10 minute interview, and I listened to everything he had to say. Again, some people just listen to their broke homies all day. I listen to fucking Fortune 500 CEOs every day. And I'm listening to what these people have to say, and you know what? They're not lying. They're right. People are out here spending money. People are out here fucking having fun. People are going out to EDC weekend. Then they were going to the other rave and then the other rave. And then we have all these fucking concerts and shit. You know what I mean? Like everyone's going to a concert now and they have all these festivals going on. I mean, damn, and when the summer comes around, oh, you know how the summer is, especially somewhere out there like LA or San Diego, San Francisco, San Fernando Valley. Shit. Every fucking weekend this summer is going to be quinceañera, wedding, kickback, baby shower, quinceañera, kickback, barbecue, kickback, party, quinceañera, another wedding. I mean, damn, you know how summer be, especially in places like Cali. It's always a fucking weekend event. There's always something going on every weekend. And I expect that shit to continue. So far, to start off 2023, let me be honest with you. Soldiers, killers, listening to me right now tonight, nationwide, worldwide, let the general fucking speak the truth. Let it be said, let it be told. This economy has been very resilient to start off 2023 for the upper middle class and above. And I keep saying that for a reason. Why? Because most of you bitches listening to me tonight, you ain't fucking middle class. You a brokey, just like Andrew Tate likes to call you. You're broke as fuck. So I want to say 80% of Americans are really living paycheck to paycheck right now. So for the vast majority of you listening to me tonight who don't drive a Beamer, Benz, or Bentley, who don't own your own home yet, who live at your mama's house, you live with your roommates, you live with your in-laws, you live with fucking dirty-ass people, right? You don't have your own house in the fucking hills, right? For the rest of you, which is like 80%, 85% of you listening to me tonight, a lot of you guys, yes, you're spending money, but it's not money that you should be spending. And I think that's what really pisses off me. And it pisses off the Federal Reserve because they're over here trying to slow down the economy so we can slow down spending because inflation is still too motherfucking high, especially core inflation, things that you have to pay for, rent prices, gas prices, food prices, shit you can't live without prices, right? But then when he goes on the news and he gets home and he sits there thinking about what he's going to do with interest rates next, it feels like he's been wanting to say, oh, we're going to pause, we're going to digest the data, we're going to pause. But now, if I'm the Fed or I'm a Fed board member, I'm looking at what's going on in this economy this weekend, and I'm like, what? The biggest travel season in fucking 5 years? The casinos are what? Airbnb's what? Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, restaurants, strip clubs, everything. Airports are fucking back to the fucking wall? Oh, hell nah. So if I was the Fed, and again, I've been saying this for probably 2 months now, maybe 1.5 months I've been saying this. I believe this summer, the Fed is going to pause with interest rates. I really, really do. Because I think there's just too much political pressure from both the left and the right till we have to slow down and digest the data. And there's all these lagging impacts from higher interest rates. And you're already going to keep them higher for longer. So, let's just do a pause. We don't have to pivot, but you should do a pause. You shouldn't hurt the economy so much. And you got people like Elizabeth Warren. By the way, thank you for everyone who messaged me about that Elizabeth Warren clip. I made 2 clips so far. Elizabeth Warren versus Jay Powell and the Federal Reserve, part 1 and part 2. I think I sent part 1 out last year, and then I sent part 2 like 2-3 weeks ago. I sent out part 2, Elizabeth Warren versus Jay Powell and the Federal Reserve. That was a great clip, epic clip. I got a lot of positive feedback by that. There's a lot of people who hate Elizabeth Warren who told me they actually love that clip. And there's a lot of people who actually like Elizabeth Warren, AOC's Bernie Sanders. And they said they love the clip as well. So I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from that clip from both people on the left and the right, whether you hate her or love her, that told me that was a phenomenal clip. So thank you for everyone who reached out to me just to email me and tell me that they love my clips. That actually does mean a lot to me. because I can't talk to all of you individually in person. There's just too many of you, 150,000 strong worldwide. So I'm not ever going to get an opportunity to like, talk to each and every single one of you individual. But, when you guys email me and send me a message like, thanks for the podcast, or I love the clips, or I'm learning so much, or keep it up, General, or you know what I mean? Like, I fucking love this shit, whatever. Like when you guys message me that, I'll see it. I usually always respond 99.9% of the time. And I'll tell you, like, thank you for the support. I appreciate it. It means a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I'll always respond to you if you email me. So if you guys ever want to feel like you want to ask me a question or just email me or just send me positive support, positive energy, I feed off that shit. Like I love it when people tell me like they love my clips or, they fuck with the podcast or they thought I did a really great job on one of the clips explaining something to them that they didn't really know about before. Or, you know what I mean? Like no one really ever explained something to them in a way that made sense to them. And, I was able to put things into context or break it down or simplify it or make it more interesting than it really is. You know what I mean? Like when you guys send me positive messages and you guys send me a lot of positive like feedback and you know what I mean? You guys send me that, just like that. When you guys just send me that positivity, like I like to reciprocate it back and let you guys know, like, thank you guys, for subscribing. Thank you guys for listening to me. Thank you guys for recommending me. Thank you guys for referring me to other people in your life, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your co-workers, your baby mama, your baby daddy, brother, sister, daughter, son, grandson, granddaughter, uncle, aunt, grandmother. I have a lot of people who listen to this podcast. I have people as young as like 14, 15, 16, 17 listening to this podcast who are in high school right now because their parents or their uncle, their aunt, someone in their life said, mijo, mija, you need to listen to this guy on this podcast because he's probably going to teach you more than what they're going to teach you in high school right now because they're not really teaching you shit in high school. And a lot of, kids always say that, like high school is basically just an attendance award at this point. So I have a lot of parents, uncles, aunts, and stuff like that who recommend this podcast to not just their son, their daughter, their nieces, their nephew, their grandson, their granddaughter, and say, hey, listen to this because this is probably going to teach you more than your high school teachers are teaching you right now, which isn't their fault. It's just the way the school system's set up. It's basically just show up and pass. Because Lord forbid they fail anybody, then they get yelled at. You know what I mean? And trust me, it happens at the college level too. A lot of these colleges, they face a lot of pressure to basically pass as many students as possible because they don't want the college dropout rate to get too high because then everyone looks at them like it's their fault, not the student's fault. So, there's a lot of college students in America. I got college kids at UCLA. I got college kids at UC San Diego, San Diego State, UC Berkeley, Stanford, NYSU, Texas A&M, Florida State, UNLV, Arizona State, Utah State, Oregon State, Washington State, San Bernardino College, Barstow, Bakersfield College, Fullerton, San Jose University. I got college students fucking everywhere. Pepperdine University, and the list goes on and on. Community colleges across the country, community colleges across the state, you know what I mean? From Victor Valley College, Barstow Community College, California, College of Southern Nevada College, CSN out here. You know what I mean? So the list goes on from Utah, Arizona, Texas, Wyoming. I got college students right now at, Wisconsin State, so it's just a lot of students in New York City who listen to me, college students in Chicago who listen to me, college students in Miami who listen to me, college students in Texas who listen to me, and like a million college students in California who listen to me. And it's not just college students, it's high school students too. Because again, I think this podcast is going to teach them more than their high school teachers are. And a lot of college students tell me that they're learning more from me than they're learning in college right now. And I'm not saying that's the way it should or should be. It's just, how a lot of people feel right now. That, sometimes they learn more from people like me than, their bullshit ass college professors that are teaching them old ass shit from textbooks written in the 1800s, So anyways, though, so thank you guys for all the positivity. Thank you guys for the support. I really appreciate this. And I'm glad that a lot of you guys find me entertaining. I'm glad a lot of you guys think I'm funny as shit. And I'm glad that a lot of you guys, consider me like, some kind of mentor, role model, someone you can look up to, someone that you can listen to, and someone that, you can allow to teach you and, teach you shit in life. That really does mean a lot to me. Because I always say this, if I had someone like me growing up when I was 18, 19, 21, 25, 30, like I'd be so much fucking further ahead by now than where I am now. And I think I'm fucking leaps and bounds further than I was 5, 10 years ago. But man, if I had someone in my ear, you know what I mean? Like if I had a general growing up and shit, or when I first joined the military, or when I first got out the military, when I first started going to college, when I graduated college, when I got my bachelor's degree, when I got my master's degree, like if I had someone like that just teaching me along the way, and just like, even if it was just motivating me, even if it wasn't even teaching me, like just motivating me every day, like man, that shit, who knows how much further I could have gone than I currently am right now, instead of having to always like self-motivate myself during the entire time. You know what I mean? So, anyways, it's kind of like a workout buddy. You know what I mean? Like you can work out and you can see you can get massive gains just going and working out by yourself. But like when you have a workout buddy that's willing to push you on your days off, or push you when you want to take a day off but you shouldn't, and you have that person like, fuck that, bro, let's go lift some fucking heavy shit. Let's go fucking, lift some weights. Let's go bench some shit. Let's go for a run. Let's go for a jog. Let's fucking go for a hike. If you have that person, you know what I mean, in your life that can like motivate you like that, even when you don't want to do it, it's like, dude, you know how much like, you know what I mean? Like, how much more fucking gains and improvement you'll see. So it's kind of like that. Like I'm that mentor, or that fucking role model, or that motivator, or that, you know what I mean, that source of energy for a lot of people. And I appreciate that you guys, take it that way. So anyways, I'm like a financial fucking monster. I'm a financial Red Bull. I'm like a fucking financial fucking, B12 supplement. You know what I mean? Like I'm fucking, a fucking 2-hour energy shot of financial literature, and I'm just pumping this shit in your fucking veins, and just fucking, I'm giving you guys that energy, and I'm giving you guys that emotional support, that psychological perspective. And yeah, sometimes I'm gonna put my foot up in your ass, but it feels like sometimes you need that shit. You need that person to fucking, you know what I mean, yell at you so you guys can get your shit together. So, anyways, so yeah, just thank you. Thank you for everyone who sends me positive messages, positive energy, and always, reminds me that how much this podcast means to you guys. And it means a lot when you guys tell me that, because it just fucking fuels that fire inside me and allows me to fucking just blast off like a fucking loose cannon on this podcast. So appreciate the love, appreciate the support, appreciate the love and the loyalty always, the motherfucking general. So anyways, yeah, so if I was a member of the Federal Reserve, I get it. There's a lot of political pressure from the Elizabeth Warrens, the AOCs, the Bernie Sanders, and all that shit. And there's a lot of Republicans, too, who are saying we need to do a pause, and you've raised interest rates too much, and da-da-da-da-da, right? Just bitching and complaining, And so I think there is a lot of political pressure for the Fed to do a pause this summer. And again, I don't think that's what they should do, because I think core inflation, the shit that really fucking matters, okay? Because you don't have to go to the casinos. You don't have to go to the strip club, especially a lot of you thirsty ass motherfuckers. You don't have to go to fucking Airbnb. You don't have to go out. You don't have to travel. You don't have to go to fucking Disneyland every weekend. You don't have to go to the club. You don't have to go to Vegas. You don't have to spend your money on stupid shit. But food, groceries, water, electricity, utilities, rent, gas, like that's the shit you can't live without. You have to pay your mortgage. You have to pay for rent. You have to pay for fucking gas so you can go to work and work for that bitch-ass supervisor in that bitch-ass company that might fire your ass if you fucking, are disrespectful to the customer. You know how that shit be. So, those are the things you can't live without. And so when I look at core inflation, I agree with Jay Powell and the Federal Reserve board members. They feel like it's been a year now since they've been raising interest rates, and they feel like they've done zero change to core inflation. And I agree with them. Core inflation is basically the same place it's been at 12 fucking 14, 15, 16 months ago. Core inflation has not come down one bit. Core inflation is basically almost unchanged on a fucking year-over-year basis. It's barely moving. It's barely budging. It's basically telling the Fed to go fuck themselves. And I just don't know how much more pain the Fed needs to do on this economy to bring down rent prices in a meaningful, significant way. I'm not sure they ever can. It's just too much of a housing shortage in this country. So, I mean, they can keep trying. Again, I think their main priority or their main weapon to make sure they can lower rent prices nationwide is to just keep trying their hardest to skyrocket the unemployment rate. We'll see how that goes. You know what I mean? Because right now, the unemployment rate's at a 50-year fucking low. So apparently, 500 basis points of rate increases ain't really done shit on that. So again, we'll see. But, you know, I don't know how much more they need to do to really make rent prices come down in a meaningful, significant way, where rent prices for the average, apartment or the average house goes down like $200-300. Like, do you know how much pain he would have to cause in the economy to make rent prices come down $200-300 for everyone or more? Like, again, the obvious thing would be to just build more apartment buildings, build more houses, build more studios, build more fucking single family homes. That would be the easy solution. Just build more fucking homes. And not just for the rich people that can afford $1 million cash payment. I'm talking about build more homes for entry level buyers. Because that's kind of a big thing right now in the real estate and the housing market. Is, yeah, there's still companies building more and more houses, but it's mostly only for rich people. Like, most of the houses getting built right now are like by companies like Toll Brothers, where like the average house is like 1.2 million, and they're the ones out here building 5 million, 10 million, $20 fucking mansions. You know what I mean? Up in the hills on the west side, overseeing, over the beach, over the city. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to live on the mountaintop these days, right? Fucking Jeff Bezos and, Kim K and Cardi B and all these other fucking little, bitches out here. But it's like, again, they're the ones who can afford it with this money. So, yeah, they're building more houses. Don't get me wrong, America. But it just feels like, from my perspective, it's mostly just building more houses and more homes for the rich people. Because when I look at this housing market, I'm over here like, oh, that's nice. Jeff Bezos bought another home. Oh, that's nice. Like, oh, Cardi B bought another fucking mansion in Jersey. Oh, that's nice. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this NFL player, this NBA player, they're going to buy another mansion next week. Oh, that's nice. But I'm looking at these entry-level buyers. I'm like, yo, what's up with the entry-level buyers? What's up with all these people who live with their mom and dad, or they live with their roommates, or they live with their cousins, or they live with their fucking in-laws? When are they going to buy a house? When is there going to be a house available for them to buy? And I feel like those are the houses that are not getting built fast enough. Those are the houses that we don't have enough inventory of. Those are the houses that there's just not enough supply of. And so, you know what I mean? Like, that's something I'm looking at. So, again, the easy solution would just be to build more houses and not just sell them to a fucking institution, not just sell them to a venture capital, not just sell them to a fucking large money fucking, money group or some bullshit like that. Don't just sell them to fucking Kim Kardashian because she wants to have the biggest real estate portfolio in the world. You know what I mean? No, fuck that shit. Sell it to the fucking minorities. Sell it to low-income communities. Sell it to people who are getting married, having kids, raising their kids. Sell it to people who are actually going to live in them. Not just fucking flip them and rent them 6 months later, but people who are going to raise their family in them. And I know this is all philosophical, like, oh, it's all about the money, General. You know better. I'm like, I do know better, but it's still fucked up. It's like, it doesn't change the fact that it's just shitty right now. Like, they'll build a home for $400,000 or $500,000, but like a year before they even build the home, it's already on the market. And then you have all these big ass institutional cash money groups come in, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I'll buy it for $500,000 when you build it a year from now. So then all these people who are looking to buy a home, they're driving around the city and they're like, ooh, look, they're building new houses. Yeah, but all of them already been sold already. They barely started beginning construction. So it's like, what the fuck? The houses are sold before they're even done fucking finished being built. What kind of shit is that? And that really pisses a lot of people off, particularly entry-level buyers. That's fucking frustrating. Because then all the entry-level buyers are like, this is bullshit, man. I'm never going to get my own home. I'm never going to move out my mama house. I'm always going to be in this fucking ghetto-ass apartment, man. Fucking bullshit, dog. It's bullshit, General. I'm like, bro, I get it. It is fucked up. Like, this is... You know what I mean? Like, we have a severe housing shortage in this country. And that's why a lot of you guys are probably going to live with your parents forever. Not really, but, it feels like it's been forever. And then these Gen Zs feel like, fuck it, I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to chill here while I go to college and get this bullshit ass degree that everyone puts on a pedestal but me. You know? Because a lot of millennials, 25 to 30, even 35, they're still living at home with their parents. They can't afford to live on their own right now. Living on your own at this point is basically a luxury. It really is, like dead ass. Like it's a fucking luxury. And sometimes it doesn't even feel that way because there's a lot of people who there's a lot of couples who live on their own, but like they have to live somewhere in a ghetto ass community. So it's either stay at your parents' home or live somewhere in a ghetto ass community. Cause rent prices in good neighborhoods, no mames. You want to fucking rent a good house in a good neighborhood? Just renting it is expensive. So it's a fucking mission, America. It really, really is. So anyway, so again, going back to real estate, like I don't think there's going to be a crash in this country. I don't think you're going to see real estate prices come down like you did in like '06, '07, 2008, 2009 again. I don't see any of that shit. And I know we've been talking about it more and more now, and I'll probably talk about it again this week, all this 2008, 2009 comparison. But long story short, I think I made a clip last week, or 2 weeks ago, my final thoughts on the real estate market. Yeah, I don't see a 30, 40%, collapse nationwide coming anytime soon. I think the most real estate on average nationwide goes down is maybe 15, 20%. But even then, that's kind of like misconstrued because what I think is going to happen is just like last time in 2008, 2009, this is the one thing that will be similar is like, I think real estate prices in big cities like LA, San Diego, New York, those are the ones who are going to be the most resilient and might only go down 10, 15, maybe 20%. But then there'll be other cities where nobody really wants to live in. Victorville, Palmdale, Lancaster's bitch ass, Tehachapi, Rosemont, Victorville, Barstow, 29 Palms, Yucca Valley, Joshua Tree. What else is out there? I mean, like, Hesperia, somewhere out there, but fuck nowhere. Will those housing valuations come down some 30, 40, 50%? Yeah, maybe. But the thing is, like, most people won't care because most of you don't want to live in fucking Victorville forever. Most of you don't want to live in fucking Barstow. Most people don't want to live in Lancaster forever. Most people don't want to live in fucking, California City. Fucking Bakersfield. Like, who really wants to live there forever? Nobody. You know what I mean? Like, nobody. I mean, you might live there if you have to work there, but that doesn't mean you want to live there forever. Fuck no. Dirty ass, dusty ass, shit ass fucking location. So that's kind of the thing. Like, if I told you, hey, there's this house somewhere in fucking Buttfuck, Louisiana, Buttfuck, New Mexico, somewhere in the mountains of Utah, like in the middle of nowhere, and the house is fucking for sale, 40% off, bro, 40% off, 50% off, maybe 70% off. Somewhere out there in the fucking middle of the mountains in fucking New Mexico. Are you down, bro? How many of you are willing to like move your families out there? How many of you have a wife that are down to move somewhere out there like that? Very few. Why? Because most of you guys are all the same. I want to live in the city. I want to live close to the beach. I want to live in Los Angeles. I want to live in the valley. That's where all my bitches are at. I want to, you know what I mean? Like, I want to live somewhere nice. So yeah, these houses in Barstow can go down fucking 40%. The house in Buttfuck, New Mexico can go down fucking 70%. The house in the middle of nowhere, fucking Utah, Louisiana, whatever, somewhere like in the desert of Texas. Yeah, that can go down 40, 45%. But how many of you are willing to move there? How many of you are willing to pick up your wife and kids, your family, and just leave all your friends behind and look for a new job out there that probably is not going to pay a lot? Because that's kind of one of the main reasons housing prices in any given like local market will ever go down 30, 40, 50%. The main catalyst isn't something like interest rates or mortgage rates. The main catalyst for why a local market will collapse, above 40% is because all the houses in that area basically disappeared, vanquished overnight. And now there's no employers, there's nobody hiring, so all those people left, they sold their house on the market for 40% discount, and they left somewhere else to go find better job opportunities. So the main reason that house is even on the market for 40% off or 50% off the highs is because there's no fucking jobs out there. So again, how many of you would not only pick up your wife and kids, leave all your friends behind, quit your job just to move there so you can finally buy a house and move out your mama's house, and then you get there and then there's no fucking job. So how are you going to pay the mortgage? You can't. You see my point? So it's not only bad enough you live in the middle of buttfuck nowhere and you can't find work? Ah, hell nah. You guys see my point, right? So yeah, I think on the national level, real estate will go down, whatever, 15, 20%. Who gives a fuck, right? The main thing is in the city, LA, New York, Chicago, San Diego, Hawaii, right? Nah, those prices, what, 15, 20% down max? Ooh, big fucking deal. Whoop-de fucking do, guys. Right? Barstow, Victorville, California City, Bakersfield, bitch. Ah, hell no. Y'all can have it. I ain't moving there. Fuck no. It's just depressing. Just thinking about it makes me sad. So, nah, man. Fuck that shit. That's some bullshit right there, guys. So, yeah, I don't really see a crash or real estate. But I always say this, and I'll end it with this before I move back into interest rates here and mortgages. Even if, and this is a big ass if, all caps, even if real estate crashes 50% tomorrow, some of you still won't be able to buy a house because you got fucked up credit, you got a fucking atrocious debt to income, ratio, shitty ass FICO score, no money for a down payment, barely have a job, working minimum wage, part-time bullshit. Like, honestly, homes in Los Angeles are like 4 or 5 mil right now. If that house crashes 50% tomorrow, how many of you qualify for 2.5 milli? You know, the average house in San Diego, I saw a report about this last week. The average home in San Diego is about 890,000 right now. 890,000, 890K, dead ass. I saw a report last week. The average home in San Diego, this is the average, so some are more, some are less. But the average house in San Diego is about 890,000. And that's probably like in the bad part of town. Because, you go to that beachfront property, beachfront property in San Diego going for at least 5 mil. Shit, don't fuck the bullshit. But if you go to the outskirts of San Diego or like kind of in the city, maybe some of those houses, the average about 890K right now. 890,000 for a house. Think about this. For an average house, 890,000. If that house were to collapse fucking 50%, that's still basically a $400,000, $500,000 house. How many of you even qualify for that much right now? Nobody. With 7% mortgage rates, how many people qualify for a $500,000 home loan? Again, most of you guys work minimum wage. Most of you guys don't even make 6 figures. Most of you guys are on some part-time bullshit. Most of you guys barely afford groceries right now. Some of you guys are struggling just to buy diapers and formula for your kids. Most of you guys are just trying to figure out how you're going to fix your credit score. But don't worry, you're going to qualify for 500,000. Get the fuck out of here. So again, and I hate to fucking be a prick about this, but you guys always emailing me, the housing crash coming soon, 2008, 2009 again. I'm like, what the fuck are you smoking, dog? And by the way, even if all your wishes and dreams came true, fucking rainbows and unicorns, even if it were all fucking correct and the market crashed 50% tomorrow, what good does it do you? You ain't got no money because you spent it this weekend on stupid shit. Where the hoes at? So that's kind of my opinion. I feel like a lot of people just out here fucking praying for mercy and begging to God that the real estate market collapses. I'm like, bro, the market can collapse tonight. Tomorrow, you'll still be living at your mama's house. Like, what the fuck does it even mean? Why does it matter? Who cares? Honestly, who cares about a real estate crash? Most of you will not be able to take advantage because you got no money, fucked up credit, shitty FICOs, barely fucking any real money on paper right now to qualify for a home loan. So does it really fucking matter? Not really. It only matters to the rich people because they're the ones who are sitting on fucking $10, $20 million of cash. So if the market does crash 50%, all these millionaires like fucking Kim K and them, they're going to be like, ooh, 40% discount. Let me buy some more mansions. You know what I mean? Like all the rich people like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, you give them 30, 40% discount on fucking houses. Oh, they're going to buy everything up they can. They're going to swoop it up. And then they're going to rent it to all the fucking blacks and Mexicans and be like, haha, you guys are my bitches for life. financial slaves to the day you die. You're never going to move out. You're going to pay me rent till you die. And then when you die, your kids are going to pay the rent. And then when your kids die, your kids will pay the rent. And when I die, you'll pay my kids the rent. And my kids will be your landlords. And then when my kids die 100, 200 years from now, their kids are going to be your landlords. Your kids are going to be fucking tenants for my kids. My grandkids are going to be the landlords for your grandkids. That's the type of mindset they have. So, and I hate to sound fucked up about it, but again, real estate can crash 50% tomorrow. Only people who fucking affects is rich people, because they're going to be the only ones who have enough money to take advantage. All the poor people are just going to be there like, oh man, I still can't buy nothing. In order for the average person to really buy a house right now, you need like 99.9% off. And again, I hate to be fucked up about it, but that's just the truth. 40, 50% discounts probably aren't big enough, because most of you guys just don't got it like that. And then, like, all the money you do make, stupid shit. Where the hoes at? So, anyways, my thoughts on that. So, going back to interest rates and mortgage rates, yeah, man. America, I think I think you're going to see a pause this summer. And I don't think you should. I really don't think they should pause. Fuck the bullshit. Casinos are maxed out. Restaurants are packed. Strip clubs are fucking you know what I mean? Uber, Lyft, fucking Airbnb. Literally was just listening to the CEO of Airbnb on Saturday, and he said, oh yeah, this is the biggest fucking, month for Airbnb in 5 years. I'm like, really? But then I'm like, yeah, I can see that. Everyone wants to go out and spend their money on stupid shit. They just don't care. Even the rich people, I get it. Upper middle class, I get it. Even middle class, I get it. You got money, you got time, your kids are out of school. Go have fun, enjoy your life. But the problem is even the poor people and lower middle class are doing it. And they're just maxing out credit card, pulling out loans here, pulling out loans there, asking their mama for some money. Like, it just doesn't stop. It just never ends, So if I'm the Fed, I would not do a pause this summer. I think they will because of political pressure, but I wouldn't. If it was me, I'd raise 50 basis points because at this point, 25 ain't enough. It feels like they've been raising 25 basis points like almost every other month now. And to be honest, it just feels like 25 basis points every single other month now just isn't enough. It feels like it's not even tickling the economy. It feels like it's just not even doing anything right now. So them raising 25, I feel like that's really doing nothing. It's just like making the stock market laugh at them right now. So honestly, if it was up to me, I dropped a 50 burger on that ass fucking in June. June fucking Fed meeting. If it was me, if I was J Powell, I ain't fucking around no more. If core inflation is really such a big deal to me, like they say it is, then I don't think 25 is enough. 25 is basically a nothing burger. They need to drop a 50 bomb on that ass. But they won't, because I've been saying they should do a 50 basis point rate hike, and I said it back in fucking February. I said it again in March. I said it again in May. Now I'm calling for it again in June. Not calling for it, but I'm saying that's what I would do. And, like the last 50 basis point rate hike they did, I think was December of last year. And then after that, the stock market pretty much, quote unquote bottomed. And everything's been going up since. You know what I mean? The blue chip stocks. Most stocks are actually negative for the year. But the blue chips, the fucking Teslas, the Nvidias, fucking Bitcoin going parabolic right now. We'll see if it breaks 30K. I'll get to that, quick. I'll get to that in just a minute. But, you look at a lot of these stocks. Apple stock, Facebook stock, Netflix stock, Microsoft. The blue chips, right? The blue gems. They're all up fucking 40, 50, 60%. They as soon as the Fed stopped doing 50 basis point rate hikes and they started doing the little weenie ass, pussy ass, 25 here, 25 there, the stock market said, man, go fuck yourself. We know you're going to pause soon. And then we know you're going to pivot. Hell yeah. And the stock market's just been fucking foaming at the mouth, rallying, exploding without without mercy right now. To all the bears like me who, we were expecting not doom and gloom, but we're expecting doom and gloom this year, but we thought we would have already started to see some kind of massive drop by now. Something. Instead, it's just been up and to the right. And I think a huge part of that is because the Fed out here with their weenie pussy ass 25 here, 25 there. The stock markets, man, go fuck yourself. This shit don't even tickle us no more. So again, if it was me and I was serious about core inflation, I drop a 50 burger tomorrow. But they're not. I think there's just too much political pressure because, oh, you're hurting the economy. And then I'm over here like, what? What economy? Who's hurting? Everyone's going out to eat. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's enjoying their life because it's my life and I want to live it now. Who the fuck is hurting? What economy? What pain? Again, the only people who are experiencing pain right now are basically poor people, which I know is 80% of the country. But poor people, as long as they still have money on their credit card, and as long as they can still pull out a loan, and as long as they can still pull out a payday advance somewhere, they're going to keep spending money. So it's like you have to basically tell poor people they're not allowed to fucking get into any more debt in order for them to stop spending money. You know? And so, yeah, I get it. A lot of poor people are struggling. A lot of poor people are feeling the pain. Inflation's too high. I was at the grocery store, a couple days ago, and me and my wife were like, "Ay, this shit is fucking going up and up and up." And I'm over here like, "Yo, I can still afford steak. I can still buy like certain kinds of foods, 'cause me and my wife are picky like that. But not everyone can. Not everyone can buy steak every day. Not everyone can order sushi. Not everyone can order out. So I'm over here like, how the fuck is anyone surviving this? Like, what the fuck? But people find a way, you know? They get more roommates. They borrow more money. They ask their mom for more money. They ask for a loan. Then they get another loan. And then they get another loan after that. And then they go to their pawn shop. And then they get another loan. It's like, what the fuck, man? So, because they just don't want to stop. They just don't want to stop. Poor people just refuse to bend the knee. They fucking refuse. Now, they're not going out as much as they used to, because you go back to 2021, people were basically partying every fucking weekend. So now in 2023, are people partying every weekend? No. But they're partying like every other weekend, like every 2-3 weeks. And again, I think this summer everyone's going to want a super party because it's the summer. And if there's always a fucking kickback, there's always a fucking birthday, there's always a fucking wedding, there's always a fucking quince, there's always a fucking barbecue, there's always, it's their son's birthday and my coworker's daughter is turning 17. Like I give a fuck, like there's always some bullshit going on in the summer. And you're always going to be invited to places even though you don't really want to go, but you have to go. It's that fucking stupid shit you got to deal with, especially when you're a married man. You're basically just dragged to this fucking stupid shit. But anyways, so yeah, I expect a lot of people go out this summer. I expect it to be a boom. And if I'm right, and the Fed they bend the knee like some fucking punk bitches and cave into this political pressure from the left and to the right, and they end up doing a pause this summer, then I think my base case is going to play out. And my base case was that inflation was going to skyrocket this summer no matter what. Even if the economy had been falling apart, even if the unemployment rate had been skyrocketing, and even if the fucking housing market was fucking, starting to collapse, my base case was always that inflation was going to go higher in the summer because seasonally, it always goes higher in the summer. But the problem is we still have a shit ton of rich people and a lot of fucking wealthy people in this country, more than any other point in American history. And I thought the amount of money and spending they were going to do this summer was going to make inflation go up no matter what. But now on top of that, poor people are coming back into the fucking ball game and they're trying to enter the party with their stupid ass Capital One and debit cards, credit cards. Oh hell no. Nah, I think inflation now, my expectation, I think inflation is going to explode this summer. I think it's going to fucking go nuclear because people just don't care. And what's crazy is like I talk to poor people. Don't act like I'm only talking to rich people in America. I talk to broke bitches too. You know what I mean? And I'll talk to people. I'm not going to put their names out there. But I talk to people who I know they're struggling. And I ask them, hey, bro, what are you doing this summer? Hey, bro, what are your plans for the summer? Hey, bro, what are your family thinking about this summer? And every single time, oh, we're going to go here. We're going to go there. Da, 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 da. And I'm over here like, damn, really? That's nice. That's what's up. I'm proud of you, bro. Hey, real quick, how you going to pay for that stuff? Oh, my wife, she said she was going to pull out a loan. It's no big deal. It's going to be like 2-3 grand. We'll pay that shit back later. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll probably pull a loan. Or she's thinking about pulling money out her retirement fund. Or, I'm probably just going to have to liquidate some more of my stocks and crypto. Or we're thinking about selling this shit on fucking, on what's that website? Craigslist or some shit like that. You know what I mean? We're thinking about selling some stuff. We don't really need it anyways. Or, I was probably just going to get a payday advance and just work that shit off when I come back. And I'm over here like, uh-huh. So basically, everyone's just getting into more debt just to have fun and go out this summer. Everyone's just stacking up fucking debt and then more debt and then more debt. Or you're pulling out loans or you're pulling out money that you shouldn't be. I heard one couple, I'm not going to put the name out there. I'm not going to put them on blast, even though I really should. He was saying him and his wife were thinking about taking out $10,000 out of their home. You know what I mean? One of those HELOCs that everyone's trying to do, especially last summer. That was like the thing to do. And they're thinking about doing it again this summer, even though rates are higher than before, and pulling $10,000 out of their house. And I was like, what are you guys gonna do? Oh, we're trying to go to Europe and we're trying to go out there, have a good time with the kids. And I'm like, what? You're gonna pull money out of your home in this environment? Under these interest rates? For some shit you don't really need to do? You can't stand just to stay home and chill? Bro, what the fuck? Like, I'm your friend, but that sounds like some dumb shit, dog. Like, so there's a lot of people, man, just pulling debt, pulling money out their houses, going to the fucking pawn shop, pulling out a retirement account, selling all their stocks in crypto, saying, fuck it, it's my life and I want to live it now. And I'm over here looking at them like, bro, I get it. Times are hard. Inflation's really high. You're not working as much as you used to. You're not making as much as you used to. You know what I mean? Groceries are high. Gas is high. And I'm looking at fucking, because I'm going traveling this summer. And I know I sound like a hypocrite. I know. But I'm the motherfucking general, so I do what the fuck I want. But look, to be honest with you, I'm still booking hotels and I'm still booking, vacations, and I'm still making my travel arrangements for this summer, particularly July. And I'm not going to put my whole life out there because I don't want to tell you guys where I'm going to be going, because then some of you guys are going to fucking try to meet me and you're going to try to be annoying, and I don't want no weird bitches, approaching me or my family. I want to just, I want to be the general and nobody knows my face. Because I don't want people to know I don't really want people to know who I am. I just want you guys to listen to me and let me teach you and let me explain things to you. But I'm not here for fans. I'm not here for fucking groupies or thotties or, you know what I mean, bunch of fanboys. I'm not here for all of that. I'm not here for you to click the like button. I'm just here to fucking yell at you, give you some discipline, fucking put this place in order, put my foot up your ass, take you to financial freedom, financial fucking independence, take you in and out the battlefield, take you through this fucking war zone I call the U.S. economy, take you to the land of freedom, the land of financial independence, drop your ass off, say thank you, alright, say goodbye. And then I'm going to go back and find another fucking couple people I can help. Again, I'm not here to be Jesus, because Jesus died on the cross for all of us, and some of you guys still don't appreciate him in your life. So I'm like Noah. I'm building a fucking boat to save as many people as I can. I'm going to save a couple people here. I'm going to save a couple people there. And the rest of these bitches can just fucking drown in debt forever. Because some people are meant to be poor forever. And I think you guys understand this by now. So, anyways, yeah, so... I just kind of just see like everyone just spending, going out this summer, having fun. There is no crash coming, even later this year. Again, later this year, I expect the Fed to start raising interest rates again, because if they do pause, and I think they will, even though I don't think they should, if these bitches do pause this summer, this stock market's going parabolic, the economy's going to catch on fire, inflation's going to go motherfucking through the roof and go nuclear up in this motherfucker. And you're going to see everything take off, from stocks, stonks, meme stocks, penny stocks, fucking cryptos, the altcoins, the NFT season is going to come back again, all that bullshit. If the Fed does a pause in June, oh my God, Dios mío, this shit's going to go parabolic. Because then the stock market's going to be like, haha, they finally paused and they admit that interest rates don't really do anything. It's just a waste of time. Now they're going to start cutting interest rates in the back half of the year, even though everyone knows they're not. But that's what the stock market's going to think. That's what it's going to start to price in. It's going to start to price in rate cuts, even though the Fed already told you 900 million times there are no cuts. Zero, absolutely none. Zero rate cuts in 2023. But the market, for some reason, pinche baboso, sangano, doesn't want to listen. They're like, nah, they're going to pivot. Watch. They're going to fucking pivot, bro. So all these fucking pivot bitches out here are saying the Fed's going to pivot and start cutting rates this year. They're going to fucking front run the market. And I think that's going to make the market go higher. That's going to make the economy catch on fire. And that's going to make the fucking inflation go nuclear. And then when that happens, I think they're going to have to come back in August. Was it July, August, and again in September, November, December. And they're going to have to continue to raise interest rates, continue to raise interest rates. And again, when they do that, I don't think 25 is going to be enough. I don't think 25 does anything. I think it just fucking tickles. Like, I don't think the market even gives a shit about a fucking 25 basis point rate hike. I really don't. I think the only thing the market would really fear is if they go back to 50 burgers. They go back to 50 basis points. If the Fed were, theoretically, to drop a 50 basis point rate hike, sheesh, this market would fucking bend to its knees. Now, again, to be fair, I thought it would have already started to bend the knee, but it hasn't. January, February, March, April, May, going into fucking June, July, it's a lot of people still spending. And I understand it. I always thought rich people were going to be immune. They just have too much money to care about interest rate hikes. Even the upper middle class bitches, I think they're just too wealthy right now. You know what I mean? Like high six figures, millionaires everywhere. But the poor people just refuse to listen. And it's it's mind blowing. It's fucking mind blowing. Cause I feel like it's funny, like I know a lot of poor people who are getting their hours cut back at work, and you want to know what they do? They get a second job. And then the second job starts to cut their hours back at work, and you want to know what they do? They get a third job. And then the third job says, hey, this might only be seasonal. They'll say, fuck it, let me get a fourth job. And that's why Bloomberg report cited last month, the average person is working like 3 jobs right now. So even if one job lays you off, even if one job reduces your hours dramatically at work, guess what they do? They get another job. Because right now, jobs are plentiful. It's true. Jobs are everywhere. McDonald's is hiring. Wendy's is hiring. Chipotle's hiring. Chick-fil-A's hiring. The casino's hiring. Fucking the strip club is hiring. Like, there's all these places. And I know you're going to be like, oh, but that's all minimum wage, General. I know, huh? But at the same time, they're still hiring. McDonald's and Taco Bell said they're going to be hiring. I was just at Taco Bell earlier today, getting my fucking those cheese fries thingies. I love that shit. So like I was literally at Taco Bell earlier today to drive through, and I saw a big ass sign, like not even a sign, it was like a banner across the entire fucking wall. It says hiring now, apply immediately. We'll hire you and interview on the spot. Please submit your resume immediately. Hiring for all fucking positions. Well, it didn't say fucking, but you get my point. So, I mean, Biden's right. Look, jobs are everywhere. McDonald's, Chuck E. Cheese, Wendy's, Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, all that shit. They're hiring. You just don't want to work there because, oh, it's beneath me. It's minimum wage. It's not even full-time hours. It's only part-time. I know, huh? But for some reason, there's a lot of poor people that are saying, fuck it, I'll work at Chipotle. I'll work at the Chick-fil-A. I'll work at the Wendy's. I'll work at the IHOP. I work at the McDonald's. And then they're just, if they get their hours reduced, they get a second job. That job starts to reduce them. They get a third and a fourth and a fifth and a sixth and a seventh. And most people are working like 70 hours a week, more than fucking 2 jobs a week. But they don't care because they want to make enough money so they can still go out and spend their money on stupid shit. And that's it. And I'm just like, how do people have the energy to work so much and still go out? I don't understand. But they find a way. They live with their parents, have their parents watch their kids on the weekend. You know what I mean? One of those shits. They live with their in-laws, have their in-laws watch the kid on the weekends. If they don't have any kids, they have roommates, so they can split the rent together. A lot of people are saving money just by living with dirty-ass roommates, that they can't fucking stand, but they need them to help them pay the rent on time. So, I mean, yeah, I think inflation is going higher. I think it's going a lot higher this summer. And I think it's going to go motherfucking boom this summer, America. And because of that, I think no matter what, even if the Fed does do a pause this summer, which I think they will, even though I don't think they should, then yeah, I think the Fed's going to continue to rate hikes in June, July, or not June, excuse me, in July, August, and September, November, December. And hopefully by then they learn their lesson and they stop doing these little weenie ass 25 basis point hikes and they bring out the big guns, the motherfucking 50 cows, the 50 burgers, the 50 cannons, the 50 basis point rate hikes, or they'll just be a bunch of pussy ass bitches and keep doing their 25s one step at a time, even though it doesn't really feel like it's doing nothing right now. I mean, it is doing stuff, but people are just stupid and resilient. They just refuse to stop spending money on stupid shit. even if it means pulling out more loans, even if it means fucking getting their car repossessed, even if it means, you know what I mean, not paying their fucking bills on time. They don't care. They gonna have fun, and they gonna post about it on the Instagram too. They don't give a fuck. So I think more ass whooping is necessary. It's just like you know, shout out to one of my subscribers out here in Vegas. Shout out to Carrie. She gave me a funny message the other day and said it's like a petulant child that just doesn't want to listen. And every time the parents get mad and ground them, you know, they just keep doing it again. And I'm like, yeah, maybe the parent, the Fed, needs to stop grounding their child, and it needs to get the fucking belt out and whoop their ass. Maybe just putting them on timeout isn't enough. Maybe giving them a warning over and over again isn't scaring them anymore. Maybe telling them that you're going to be in big trouble if you do that again. Okay, Henry? Maybe that's just not doing anything. Maybe they're just not as scared of their parent anymore. You know, now they think they're a fucking boss. So I think it's time for the parent, Big Daddy Jake Powell, to come out, and they need to whoop that motherfucking ass till they fucking bleed to learn that motherfucking lesson. They need a dad to give them a fucking ass whooping. And I think every child needs that at some point in their life. Otherwise, they turn out to be douchebags when they're older. Just my opinion. So, anyways, yeah, I think that's why the party's going to continue this summer. And I think the party's on and rocking. I think the party's locked and loaded. And I think they're going to pause on interest rates this summer, even though I don't think they should. I think they need to raise again this summer. But I don't think they would, because I think they're pussy-ass bitches like that. So, once again, for one last final time, again, this podcast is going to end at the end of this week. We're going to do a pause throughout the summer. I'm going to go on vacation with me and my family. I'm going to relax. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take, a little nap. And, I'm going to be doing a lot of researching, but I'm also going to try to spend a lot of time with my wife and kids. I'm going to try to take them to go places. I'm going to take them to go do things. I'm going to take them, to do different things throughout the day and throughout the night. So I'm not going to be available to record any clips, and I don't want to be available to record clips. I want to spend this time and spend more time with my daughters. I want to spend this time, with my family. I want to go to the movies. I want to go to the arcades. I want to go to the theme parks. I want to go to the fucking pool. I want to go to, different places. Take them to go see family, out there in Cali. I want to go out and have fun, and I want to do stuff with them. Even if it's little things, I want to do stuff with them, because that's really important to me as a father and as a husband. So there is no podcast this summer unless you're a maxed out motherfucking VIP subscriber. Then stand by. I will send you exclusive content once or twice a week. And again, maxed out VIP subscribers only. I will send you a secret live stream this summer, maybe once or twice, here and there. So make sure you guys are on the lookout. VIP subscribers, stand the fuck up. VIP subscribers, thank you guys for being loyal. And VIP subscriber, thank you guys for riding with your motherfucking general and signing up for the VIP package. When you guys did. So shout out to all my VIPs nationwide and worldwide. I got some fucking exclusive shit for you guys this summer. But for everyone else, the game plan remains the same. If they do a pause this summer, the main thing that I'm going to be locked and loading in is probably Bitcoin. I'm still waiting for Bitcoin to crack above 35,000. If Bitcoin cracks above 35,000, not below, not sideways, not stale, not doing shit, if Bitcoin breaks above 35,000, maybe like 32, 35, which was basically the lows from summer 2021 from a technical analysis, if Bitcoin can break above 32 and 35,000, then that means the party is on, that means the rally is on, and that means the Fed fucked this entire thing up, and inflation is here to stay forever, and that means Bitcoin rally all the way back up to 69,000, and ladies and gentlemen, if for whatever reason, I don't know what, but if for whatever motherfucking God-given reason, Bitcoin breaks above 69,000 this year or early next year, then the path to 100K is officially once again on, and it is its fucking destiny. However, if Bitcoin does not break above 32, 35, and it stays sideways or gets rejected or lays on its ass and does nothing, and it starts to go down and it starts to roll over, then do what I say and sell all your fucking Bitcoin position, because that means in the short term, if it does not break 32 or 35K and it rollovers and starts to go down again, I don't think it's going to bounce at 16K, which was the low of last year, 2022. I think it's going to go straight to 10K, and I don't think it's going to hold either. My price target for Bitcoin this year remains the same, under 10,000. And I'm praying to God it does that. Because if it does, I'll buy more Bitcoins than I've ever owned in my entire fucking life. With a motherfucking S on my chest. If I'm wrong, and we break above 32.35, whoo! Then I'll be happy too. Because that means the prophecy was true. And 100K is coming soon. But no matter what, either direction, either way, the motherfucking general is going to get paid. You can choose to listen, or you can sit on the sidelines and be a broke bitch forever. Ladies and gentlemen, the decision is yours. Ladies and gentlemen, the orders are clear. Ladies and gentlemen, the general is going on vacation. Let the party motherfucking begin.
Party till we die. Always getting crazy, always getting high.